Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about some people that we've talked about here before. Pretty sure the last time they even came up in a video of mine was like a year ago. And even then, I don't think that was the first time I even talked about them. If you guys don't know who Fresh and Fit is, then I guess the best way I could really describe them is a podcast centered around men's health and men's dating. I guess some people would actually even call it a men's dating podcast. But very recently, they've found themselves in some pretty crazy drama. And I'm going to try to stay away from the alpha male word, because I don't know if they would even describe themselves as that. However, I will probably use it later to kind of contrast with what's going on at this point. So apparently Walter, or Fresh, got his girl pregnant and tried to make her take a pill to abort the baby. But the girl, thank God, didn't want to take it, and she says that she doesn't want to kill the baby. Now, originally, I didn't think that this was going to be any sort of big drama that was going to concern Fresh and Fit, especially when I first heard about it. But then I was like, oh, damn. This is definitely going to rile up a bunch of people on Twitter, especially the anti-abortion crowd. And then, you know, when they get going, the pro-abortion people get going, so it was bound to be another hashtag Roe v. Wade somewhere on Twitter space. Nonetheless, there is a phone call that I will play now where the girlfriend does confirm that she's pregnant and it's Fresh's baby. So here's that clip right now.
I want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The pill, they just give it to you from a doctor and then you're good.
I am pregnant. I can't pretending like nothing happened. I can't. In my religion, we don't kill.
You're not killing. Okay.
I want to keep the baby.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just don't want any kids. You know?
Okay, so what you gonna do? And what you gonna do to me?
Nothing. Well, why did I do anything to you?
Nothing. God wants you to have the baby.
Definitely not.
It is. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're fucking me for a month, and I'm pregnant. What does that mean?
Well,
now I just think about it, if you force me to kill the baby, then you're a sin.
Well, we already sinned by having sex, but it's too late now. You know?
No, like, I'll say this before we even get into the rest of the video, because obviously there are themes about anti and pro-abortion here. But whatever you believe is whatever you believe. I know personally I'm anti-abortion. If that makes you mad for some reason, grow the fuck up and let's actually be adults here. People can have differing opinions on certain situations and you can still have a normal conversation. So I'll leave it at that. Anyways, I gotta give credit where credit is due, man. Fresh was pretty calm during that entire interaction. He could have blew up on her at any time, but he didn't. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Getting mad and getting angry at somebody for your own mistakes or for the consequences of your decisions really isn't mature at all, and it's gonna help nobody. However, in my opinion, I feel like it would have been worse if he did start screaming and, you know, cursing her out, because then an entire other side of Twitter would have been mad. But then also something else that I thought about is if this baby does end up, you know, not being aborted, then I mean, someday bro's gonna have to hear that phone call. I mean, we know that nothing on the internet is ever deleted, especially when you're a public figure. I mean, think about it. How many times have you ever seen, just while you were scrolling Twitter randomly, some random account just post an entire thread of some celebrity's wrongdoings over the past 10 years? Now, like, I don't really know what sort of religion Fresh is a part of, or if he's even religious at all. I don't even know if his girlfriend is. I can only really assume, but it's kind of telling where his priorities are. If, let's say, he's Christian and he's saying getting an abortion is not killing when we know it is, and he even says himself we already sinned by having sex before marriage, which would also be something that you're not supposed to be doing for this exact reason. And look, I'm not here to tell anybody how to live their life. What I say is definitely isn't the end all be all to somebody's decision in life. All I'm saying is that it's definitely a bad look if you say that you're one thing and then you're going around doing stuff like this. Another thing that I realized concerning this child is that if Fresh doesn't step up and this kid goes without having a father or a fatherly presence in his life or her life, this girl possibly could end up on the Fresh and Fit podcast or even the whatever podcast or some variation of it down the line. And I'm pretty sure we know that that's a bad thing. Like, if you're a guest on one of their shows and you're a female, you're probably there for the wrong reasons. You're probably going to be clipped for saying something stupid, which you probably do believe is true. And if you make them enough money, I mean, they're going to clip farm the hell out of you. Something I definitely wouldn't want for my daughter. But let's say if he has a son, I think it's pretty much a known fact, especially within like red pill circle groups, that men need to be with their sons, right? The sons need somebody somebody to look up to model their life after. And if he's not going to be there for that kid, I mean, both Fresh and the kid in question are going to be a part of a statistic that nobody in general wants to be a part of, especially not black men, because there are so many fathers who abandon their kids before they're born. There are so many kids out there who grow up without a father, and with nobody to steer the kids in the right direction and be that strong male enforcer in the house, those kids might go down the wrong path. And let's say the kid shows interest in something that his father does, like YouTube, for example. I know that's one of the most popular jobs among children. Why wouldn't you want to be there to help your kid? You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I probably just wouldn't even said that on the call, that he doesn't want a family, he doesn't want kids, because I'm pretty sure he knew he was going to be recorded, or that he was being recorded. On top of that, according to the girl, I mean, you've been doing this for a month, so I mean, it's just kind of time to suck it up and face the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least for the child. I mean, like, come on, be a good father, please. But there's still more. Myron Gaines, Fresh's co-worker, then took to Twitter to kind of clap back at people who were, I guess, having some choice words about the situation. He starts off by saying, "To you idiots saying Fresh needs to be held accountable, why would I have a serious conversation with my business partner about his private sexual activities in front of a bunch of people on the internet? For your entertainment? That has to be some of the most retarded things I've heard some of you morons say. It's obvious that you don't know how to deal with people in real life. I have had a serious talk with Fresh behind the scenes. Fresh acknowledged his mistake and is taking accountability. However, this girl is a liar. The same exact thing happened to me 3 years ago, and it was a lie. No one records conversations and text messages and posts them minutes later on social media for attention if they really are pregnant with his actual kid. You idiots are simping for a random bimbo on the internet. There's a reason why Fresh didn't want to wife her up, but I can't talk about that now since it's a legal matter. However, she will feel the full force of a civil and criminal investigation into her attention-seeking behavior." And then apparently the quartering jumped in, saying, "How many babies have you and your crew bullied women into aborting? Gosh, I just wish women would finally take accountability and stop forcing you guys to tell them to abort babies." He says, "Hey buddy, you don't know the full story. You're an out-of-shape neckbeard that gives useless commentary from your basement. Focus on your family and losing weight, you fat fuck." Oh man. Apparently there was also a live stream that was like an hour long, and in the beginning of the live stream, Myron was telling everyone that Fresh needs to take accountability, pretty much what you just saw me read, which is cool. But then he spent the next couple of minutes, or actually the rest of the live stream, going into this woman's details, which I can't really not see someone like him doing. Pretty sure he has a background in law enforcement, so maybe that side of him came out. But regardless or not, if she's a criminal or she's not, if she's a liar, if she's not, your specific actions led to these consequences with her. So I mean, you gotta step up to the plate, man. Not stepping up to the plate and facing your consequences is probably the least manly thing you could probably do.
And it's totally not a Sigma male move. Duke Dennis would not be proud.
Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's gonna be it for me today. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button. If you want more content similar to this, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Sub up, stay safe, and peace.